not only because the exclusion of women in decision-making is a marker of a flawed democracy, but because the participation of women strengthens democracy. And that's true everywhere. Looking around the world, I am inspired by the progress that is being made. And I am proud to report that while the United States still has work to do, we too are making progress, and that women strengthen our democracy every day. In every presidential election for the last 56 years in the United States, more women have voted than men. More women than ever before serve in the United States Congress.
It will deliver federal dollars to the island's Earned Income Tax Credit for low-wage workers for the first time.
Hello everyone. I hope you are having an amazing day. Welcome back to my channel. Here is your stimulus check update, stimulus package update, and news report for Wednesday, March 17. I will be discussing the status of the third stimulus check in this video, as well as 7 other ways you can receive money from the $1.9 trillion package. Make sure to watch until the end of this video to learn how soon a fourth stimulus package could be passed. Thousands of Americans did not receive their first or second stimulus check. So if you are missing stimulus checks, here is how you can still receive that missing stimulus money. You can claim your missing stimulus money as a recovery rebate credit by filing a 2020 federal income tax return, even if you usually don't have to. But before you file a stimulus credit on your taxes, you need to make sure your missing payment has been officially traced, according to Forbes advisor and tax analyst Kimberly Washington. If you didn't get your economic impact payments, or if you think you qualify for more than you received, don't worry. If you're eligible, you can claim a recovery rebate credit when you file your 2020 tax returns this year. So what you're gonna do is, you have to pick up the phone, and you have to have in the trace that payment. They have what's called payment traces actually on a website, or you have to call them and let them know, I need to pick a payment trace concerning this credit, this payment, because I've never received it. The IRS and financial experts have stated that you first need to request a payment trace, so the IRS can first determine if they can find the money or see if the payment was received. If the IRS can't reissue the payment, then you file for the credit. The IRS requires this payment trace first, so people can't double dip and get a credit along with a recovered payment. However, if you qualify for a check and you have gone to the IRS, get my payment link, and there is no record of a payment ever being issued, tax analysts say go ahead and claim the tax credit. It's line 30 on your 1040 tax form. If you're someone who didn't receive the credit at all, no notice, you can claim it. If you're someone who received the partial payment, you can claim it. But if your check was lost in the amount, you can't claim it. You need to do what's called a payment trace. Contact the IRS and have them start researching to see where this money went, and then they'll give you to go ahead and claim that credit, Washington stated. You can also immediately claim the credit on your taxes if you are a person who adopted a child in 2020, or if you are a person who gave birth to a child in 2020, you may be eligible for additional stimulus checks, and you're able to claim the credit for 2020. According to the IRS, the fastest way to get your tax refund is to file electronically. During an interview on ABC News with George Stephanopoulos, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi celebrated the passage of the $1.9 trillion bill, disregarding Republican lawmakers' unanimous opposition to the legislation. Pelosi called the stimulus package transformative and stated that its implementation earned support from voters across political parties. The fact is that it's strongly bipartisan across the country. It's only the Congress of the United States where the Republicans have refused to meet the needs of the American people, Pelosi added. You can be sure that all of their states and communities will be benefiting from this, and they won't be complaining about it back home, Pelosi stated in reference to Republican criticism of the bill. Many Republican lawmakers have denounced the stimulus package as too expensive, adding that it does not offer targeted solutions that address the U.S. economy. Other Republicans are concerned about the possibility that increasing the federal deficit to finance this relief effort could lead to inflation down the line. Pelosi said that she totally disagrees with opposition rationales from her GOP colleagues during her interview on ABC News. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen also said last week that she does not believe inflation to be a likely byproduct of the stimulus legislation. What are your thoughts on this, everyone? That is the end of the video, everyone. I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure to enter the $50 Amazon gift card giveaway by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and commenting below.
A program. Now, the border was secure. And what's happened in the last 6 weeks? People are flooding across the border. And the administration is responsible for that, but they also have the tools to stop it. Before we can have any meaningful discussion on immigration, there's got to be a commitment from the Biden administration that it understands that A, it has to enforce our laws, and B, that illegal immigration is illegal. Because that's the fundamental problem here. We don't have consensus on the most basic issue, and that is that illegal immigration is illegal. Some of my Democratic friends support open borders. They just do. You have to judge people up here by their actions, not their words. And they do. And until we can agree that illegal immigration is illegal, we won't reach a consensus. What's your other question?
On the 9/11 Commission, you told me last week you're supportive of a commission to examine...
I support a 9/11 Commission to get the facts. I don't support a 9/11 Commission to advance one party's politics at the expense of the other. And the commission that Speaker Pelosi talked about is stacked. And I mean, any fair-minded person knows that. And that's why I don't think it will happen, and if it does happen, it won't have any credibility. Yeah?
Have you been vaccinated yet?
I have.
You have, okay. At what point do you think that the Senate and the House should be able to get back into full, normal, pre-pandemic voting, meeting, and all that? Is it 100% of senators, 100% of House?
Well, here's what I think is going on. We've had many people in the country contract the coronavirus. We know that. They have antibodies, those who survived. We have probably, according to the epidemiologists, anywhere from 5 to 10 times as many people who contracted coronavirus and didn't even know it, or they had only mild symptoms. You add to that the number of people who are being vaccinated, and we're doing a pretty good job with our vaccination. We're not doing as good a job as Israel. And we're rapidly reaching the point, we're not there